Hi, I'm Toon Comics, and thanks for tuning in. On today's episode, I'll be taking the four main characters of Kipo, Age of the Wonder Beast. It's a Netflix original series. I'll be taking the four main characters and be turning them into superheroes. But I only have three characters in the drawing, but I'll explain that later. First, I started with Kipo because she's the main character, so she had to be like right in the center of the drawing. And when I was drawing Kipo, I gave her a lot of detail, like Jaguar. I think it's called Jaguar. Yeah, Jaguar print, and that shoulder spike is from like episode 6, where she tries to hide the fact that she's a mega mute. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to watch the show to understand because I really don't feel like explaining everything from the show in this drawing. I don't use a lot of it. I use like some key points, like important stuff like character development from the show when I used it in the drawing. Because originally she tried to hide the fact that she had a jaguar arm, and I think it was her right arm that turned into a jaguar, and so she tried to hide that with like just a sleeve of a hoodie, not a hoodie of a jacket, and had spikes on it. So that's where I got the spike idea from. Other than that, everything is off of her. I would say normal design because her normal design is just a t-shirt and pants, and she has bracelets on her hands, but I couldn't think of a way to incorporate that with the drawing. But either way, I still like how it turned out, and I think very it's like very close to original. And this is the first time you're actually seeing me use the references, because usually I just either eyeball it or just make up the colors. With this, I was trying to do a blend into a different color, but since I barely saw the blend, I decided to just screw it. It's all gonna be one solid color. When I was making Wolf, I went for obviously a Batman type theme, just because it she makes the most sense to be Batman or Batgirl, Bat person, just because of her demeanor. It's I really like just I just really like the idea of this because it fits Wolf so well. But when I was doing this, I made her like flinging the Death Stalker tail toward us, but instead of her usual was on a stick, I like I said, I was taking some inspiration from the entire show because at the end of the show, she loses her Death Stalker and she has this hook with um with a rope attached to it, and that's how she fights throughout. Like I think the final season. So I combined both ideas from the Deathstalker tail and the hook thing. When I was doing Wolf, it, I just I just made like her mask very Batman y or Batman inspired. You got the like the ears, the eyes, and there's a lot of Batman from this one character. With Kipo, I did not take any inspiration from any pre-existing characters. Well, not that I know of. And I just took a lot of for the other two. I took inspiration from pre-existing heroes. With Wolf, as I said multiple times in this one video, a lot of inspiration from Batman. And with the next character coming up, Benson and Dave, obviously the Blue Beetle. And I had to do some readjusting because I just didn't like how it was in the drawing, so I had to readjust it in when I was doing a line work for it. The reason I picked Blue Beetle as inspiration because Dave on his own is kind of stupid, But with Benson, they make a good cup. They make a good team up. But I'm trying to think of a way to incorporate both of them into one drawing. And since Dave is a bug, what other bug team? Now, there's a lot of bug themed superheroes, but what other bug themed superhero pair is there? So I thought of the Blue Beetle, and it's just very. It looks like just a Blue Beetle recolor with a few different design elements, but it was the only idea I could think of. And I know I didn't get Mondu in this video. I just didn't know what to do with Mondu. He's a six-legged, four-eyed pig who's teal blue. How was I supposed to work that into this? I couldn't think of anything. If you have any ideas of how I could have worked Mondu into this drawing, leave it in the comments below, and I will try. And if I have an idea that I like, I will probably make a redo of this video. But I'll probably use the same audio, except cut out this part where I'm talking about how I will. Never mind, just scratch this part. But if I do think of a good idea, I will make a second part to this video with Mondu and possibly like the mobster frogs or Scarlemagne. Or I probably will do a second part of this video. I just have so many good ideas. Well, now I have to do a second part of this video. But other than that, that's all I have to say for the drawing and the characters. And I really like the wing effect that I did with him. I really think it captured the motion of fluttering wings and stuff. And now, of course, I have to put the name of this instead of Kipo and the Age of the Wonder Beast. I just decided to put it as Kipo the Wonder Beast. Cause that sounds like a cool superhero name. And I did shadowing and stuff off camera because I just didn't feel like recording that. And this is Kipo, Wolf, and Benson and Dave. That's a, if you liked the video, hit the like button. And if you didn't, still hit the like button because I need likes. And that's all I really have to say. Thanks for watching it to the end of the video. But anyway, it's time for me to tune out.